We're going to talk about the top 5 mistakes new audiophiles make in 5 minutes. Let's get going. You can't really take your system to the next level unless you know yourself. You know what type of music you like. You know what type of sound signature you like. You know what type of hearing damage you may have, so that you can pick the optimum products for yourself personally. One of the only ways that you can figure that out is if you listen to a lot of different products that have a lot of different sonic characteristics. One of the ways you can pick out those products are to watch, YouTubers, reviewers, and listen to what they have to say. If they say a certain speaker is warm, and you've never heard a warm speaker, and if there's any way that you can listen to it, then you may know if you like it or not. The best way is to pick 2 speakers. One may be flat, one may be warm, one may be exciting, and buy them at the same time from a place that has a liberal return policy, and do your own listening and figure out what type of speaker that you like. I know not everyone's going to have the money to be able to do that, but at the end of the day, you're the reviewer and you're the only person that can tell yourself what you like. Don't let anybody tell you what you should like. The second biggest mistake I see new audiophiles making is making a bunch of lateral moves. What I mean by that is you get a product, you like it, and you think, there's got to be something better. So you buy something in the same price category. Now, I am not saying everything in the same price category has the same level of performance. Quite the opposite. There are diamonds in the rough out there, and that's what I try to find on this channel. But if you've got a system, you got it going, and you like it, stick with it and save some money. Spend your time listening to more music. Spend your time enjoying more content. Spend your time doing what you bought the system for in the first place. Enjoy music. Enjoy content. This goes back to gear acquisition syndrome. Make a decision to enjoy your system for 6 months, for a year, before you even consider adding new products to your system. And now, a new segment on the Cheap Audio Man channel. This is going to be music and movie trivia from our youth. This week's question is, and if you have the answer, put it in the comment. Some of these are pretty easy, so I'm going to make them a little bit harder. The Empire Strikes Back hit theaters Memorial Day weekend in 1980. That same week, an iconic horror film opened, but had a relatively weak opening because it was counter-programmed against the Star Wars installment. And here's the thing, you can't look this up online. Horror movie, 1980, opened up against Empire Strikes Back. What was it? Also has a very famous director. What was the movie? Put it in the comments. Not tweaking your existing system. Tweaking would mean speaker placement. Tweaking would mean using some EQ. Tweaking would mean listening in the near field. There's a bunch of different ways you can listen to the system you already have that are different from the ways that you're listening to your system now. If you have speakers on stands, bookshelves, you can move them around and start playing with placement. What type of interaction is my room having with my music? And you'll learn more about your system and your room. If you don't listen in the near field, you can set up a little area where you can get right in the music, put the speakers right in the right spot, and see, am I hearing different things? By listening at lower volumes too, you can find out a little bit more about the characteristic of your speakers, really. Let's say they're not dynamic below like 75 SPL, which is how loud it is, and you only listen in the near field, well, that probably isn't the speaker for you, unless you can compensate for that with EQ or loudness controls. But there's a bunch of different things that you can do with your existing system that you should try long before you're thinking about buying new stuff. Not leveraging the hi-fi community to figure out what your next step should be. You should always be involved in a very active and positive hi-fi community. And this is going to be a shameless post for my personal Patreon. We have Discord, we have Facebook groups, and it's a great way where people can help other people. Maybe they've been an audiophile for 30 years. So getting involved with the community early on in your audiophile journey is a great way to save a bunch of time, a bunch of heartache, and wasting a bunch of money on stuff that you won't like. So go make some friends. Absolute biggest mistake that audiophiles make is thinking that a single purchase is going to improve their enjoyment. And the bottom line is that if we listen to a system long enough and we enjoy that, yes, there are going to be products out there that can maybe take our system to the next level, but that's not what this is about. We're all gearheads. I get it. That's why you're probably watching this video, because you love the gear. I love the gear. And if we just buy the gear because we enjoy buying the gear, perfect. Yeah, go crazy. But if we're getting into this hobby initially, I want everyone to know that you're not beholden to a certain level of system to get the maximum amount of enjoyment. So when you're going to make an upgrade, make a big upgrade. Don't go lateral. And a big upgrade doesn't always mean more money. Doing research and talking to people that have personal experience with a specific product is probably the best way that you can actually figure out if it's going to level up your system. Thank you so much for watching. Why don't you put what you wish you knew when you're first starting out in the comments as well. Like and subscribe if you want to check out any more videos. And you should check out these two videos because they're awesome.